Hey everybody, I'm John Yusenko. Today it's all about detailing. This is my 2014 Benz and I need it spotless before I go sell it. I don't know much about detailing, so I went online, checked out a few places, and I found one here in Costa Mesa called Dr. Detail. Let's go check them out. I'm with Darren McKendry, owner of Dr. Detail. How's it going, Darren?
Good, John. How are you?
Pretty good.
Thanks for coming by.
So I'm about to sell my car and I need it detailed.
Yeah, well, you've got a cool car, man. Carlson Performance, beautiful black paint job, Mercedes-Benz, gorgeous wheels, but it needs a detail.
Yes, sir.
So let's kind of take a look around at this car. You've got a lot of bird droppings, a lot of dirt, filthy car.
Hasn't been washed in 5 months.
Yeah, it's a urethane clear coat, and with black, they're very sensitive. They can take on a lot of different things like acid rain, contaminants, things like that. So once we get this thing washed and prepped up, I think it's pretty straight across. A clay, a compound, a polished clean, hand glaze and wax, and it's gonna be a winner. So let's get this to prep and get started.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, we're at the prep station right now. Darren, what's going on?
So they're just getting the car ready. You can see Francisco spraying it off, all that hard dirt. First thing we do, and then we'll soap it down and start removing everything we can, but he'll go up into the wheel wells and he'll get that car super clean. It doesn't have to be a foam detergent just to soak down because we're going to be rubbing this car down hard.
All right, Darren, so what's going on right now?
Well, the main part is getting this car clean. It's the most important part of an exterior detail. We did the engine because when you're selling a car, it's very important to have that engine clean. Once they see a beautiful exterior and then they open the hood, it's a for sure sale. So we include the engine. Most people don't do this because they're afraid of motors, but I've been doing them for 35 years and we have no problems with it. That's steam that they're using, not just pressure water. So we don't use high pressure, just steam and pressure, but low pressure, so we don't damage the paint, damage anything in the car. Now he's blowing it out with high-powered air, making sure all the electric components are dry, and then we condition it, let it soak down, and we come back later and we'll show you how we detail that motor and make it look like brand new.
That's great.
Okay, so John, what I wanted to show you before we get started, we're out of the prep now. The car is clean, but if you feel the paint, you can hear that sound. It's like sandpaper. Go ahead and feel it. As rough as sandpaper, maybe like 800 grit. So it's in terrible shape.
That feels pretty bad.
Not a wet sand, but a hard clay, a hard compound, and a big process to get it back. But when it's done, we'll be able to do this again and you'll see no sound at all. No sound at all.
Look at all the scratches.
Yeah, it's terrible. Acid rain, it's about as bad as it gets. Okay, so right now we're claying the car on this end. We've already clayed it on that end. And in order to speed up production, Sergio is going ahead and polishing with a fine compound. And Francisco over here is claying it so it's super smooth. There are no contaminants on the paint. We need to do less rubbing, which is better for the clear coat.
What stage are we at right now?
This is first or second stage, I call it, from claying, now compounding. And they're using a Super Duty compound on this car, whereas, you know, if it was my car, I might even wet sand this whole car. But being it's a customer, we want to make it affordable and get the job done correctly. We're using a standard rotary buffer with a red foam pad, which is a very hard cutting pad. And this is part of the process. If you used a rotational buffer or a Rufus or a flex buffer, which goes in many different directions, which we do use in the third step, it wouldn't cut fast enough. So we use a rotary with a red pad, then we'll change to a white pad or a black pad, and then we'll go with a Rufus fine polisher to take out all the swirl marks and make sure the thing looks like a diamond when it's finished. So Pedro right now is just going through all the little details. Every car's a little different, but this one has a stainless steel exhaust pipe, but he's going all the way with aluminum polish. So we've not only scrubbed it and degreased it and even steel wooled it, but now he's given it a polish. This rarely happens on a detail, but it's so awesome. It looks so good, and it'll stay like that for years, actually. I mean, it's nice to wipe them down on a maintenance, but look how pretty that exhaust pipe looks now.
All right, Darren, so where we're at right now?
Okay, so we've already gone through the clay and prep process, the compound with the red foam pad. The yellow pad we've now finished up on, except right on this fender, so we're just about done there, which is a polished compound. Now we're on a cleaner with the black foam pad, like the finish glaze. If you were to compare it to your face, it would be like a lotion at this point, where the red pad was like an exfoliant. 6 stages totally. You can see the shine is really starting to come on, and it's going to be incredible on these next few stages. This buffer is a little bit different. It's really precise, and it moves back and forth, right and left, up and down, and it massages the paint to remove any of the swirl lines that the other buffers earlier might have put into the paint. This is our finish, and this is what's going to bring dead ink black to the car. So now, if I rub my hand on this, no sound whatsoever. It's like a sandpaper before. It had acid rain, water spots, overspray, splintering, you name it, this had it. And we're starting to get a finish now that is protecting the paint, so Mother Nature can't dry out the oils.
Yeah, you don't feel the bumps anymore.
No.
They're all gone.
No.
All right, Darren, so what are we doing with this engine?
Okay, so we're kneeling down here only because we want to just look at what's going on with the engine. We've got painted jams here up underside of the hood. We've got lots of plastic and electrical components. So everything's clean. Now it's all conditioned out. It's blown out under high-powered air, and then it's going to get wiped down and detailed and polished and waxed to look like new again. Boy, your wheels look great, don't they?
I'm starting to fall in love with the car
I
again.
told you.
All right, Darren, looks like we're almost at the very end. What's the last stage we have to do?
It looks awesome. Really, really happy with this turnout. Now we're just gonna seal it up with a carnauba wax. We went through different steps to get this finish looking this beautiful. Some might say it doesn't need to go that far. I believe that this is the only way to do it. So now we're gonna put a carnauba wax over it to give it thickness, to give it protection. We have a polyurethane down over it, but now we're gonna put the wax over the polyurethane. So it's just gonna be like a double protection on it. And I just think it gives it incredible thickness and gloss. I love carnauba wax.
So the wax is basically sealing all the stages.
Wax is there to protect, but it also adds a reflective coating that gives the paint depth. There you go, John.
Thank you so much.
What do you think?
It looks fantastic. I mean, this looks like a brand new car.
Another satisfied customer. I'm so excited that I could do this for you. This is what we call our traditional or standard detail, and we did a bang-up job for him and got this car back in shape and ready for sale. So thanks again, John, for using Dr. Detail. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited about what you guys did, and this is exactly what I wanted.
I'm excited. Thank you.
The car's all done. Now it's time to go sell it. Stay tuned.